Let's strip away the illusion. Emotional manipulation is not a show of strength. It's a mask for fear and insecurity. People who manipulate others aren't confident. They're afraid. Afraid of rejection. Afraid of not getting their way. Afraid of confronting their own inadequacy, so they attempt to control someone else's behavior instead. But the truth is, no one controls you without your permission. And that's where Stoicism enters the picture. Not as a way to win an argument or prove someone wrong, but as a powerful internal framework that shields you from chaos, restores your clarity, and helps you stand strong in the face of emotional coercion. This video will help you understand the most common manipulative tactics, show you how Stoic philosophy frames this type of behavior, and offer calm, actionable strategies for navigating it, all while keeping your composure, dignity, and sanity intact. What is emotional manipulation? Manipulative behavior is rarely loud or obvious. It's rarely a slap in the face. More often, it's a slow erosion of your emotional clarity. It works subtly, beneath the surface, until one day, you're second-guessing your every thought, your every boundary, and your every truth. So how do we identify it? 1. Guilt tripping. This is a classic move. Someone close to you tries to make you feel like a bad person for saying no, for making a decision they don't like, or for prioritizing your own needs. Phrases like, "After everything I've done for you," "I guess I just don't matter to you anymore." These aren't honest expressions of pain. They're emotional hooks meant to shift the focus away from the issue at hand and onto your character. Guilt tripping isn't vulnerability, it's a tactic. 2. Gaslighting. Gaslighting is one of the most dangerous and disorienting manipulative tactics. The manipulator denies reality, rewrites the past, or invalidates your emotions until you question your own perception. You might hear, "You're being too sensitive." That never happened. You always twist things. The purpose here is simple: destabilize you. Because once you no longer trust yourself, you become easier to control. 3. Emotional coercion. This tactic links your emotions to specific actions. It turns care into currency. "If you really love me, you do this." "Don't you care enough to help me right now?" The manipulator isn't asking for love. They're demanding obedience under the guise of affection. And if you don't give in, they flip the script. You must not care. You must be selfish. But Stoicism teaches us, truth isn't decided by someone else's disappointment. Your values define your actions, not their reactions. The Stoic view: you can't be manipulated without consent. Stoicism arms us with an unshakable core, the dichotomy of control. Epictetus begins his famous handbook with this line: "Some things are up to us, and some things are not. Our opinions, impulses, desires, these are within our power, but other people's actions, bodies, and opinions are not." This is the Stoics' first line of defense. You do not control the manipulator. You cannot stop them from guilt-tripping, gaslighting, or projecting. What you can control is your interpretation and your response. Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This idea is everything. Manipulators thrive on reaction. When you stop reacting and start responding, their power vanishes. Imagine emotional manipulation like bait. They lay the trap, but you don't have to bite. Stoicism teaches you to observe the bait, recognize it for what it is, and move on untouched. Tactic 1. Strategic silence. One of the Stoics' greatest weapons is silence. not as a form of avoidance or withdrawal, but as a conscious refusal to engage in drama. When someone tries to provoke guilt or force compliance through emotional intensity, the natural instinct is to defend or explain yourself. But Epictetus advised, if someone speaks badly of you, do not defend yourself against his accusations, but reply, "He obviously does not know me well, since he would not say such things if he did." Strategic silence breaks the feedback loop. It removes the oxygen from the fire. It denies the manipulator the reaction they crave. Tactic 2. Define your values. Ahead of time. If you don't define your boundaries ahead of time, someone else will define them for you. Seneca warned, "If a man does not know to what port he is steering, no wind is favorable." This means that without clarity on what you value, respect, honesty, peace, you'll be emotionally tossed around by anyone who talks loud enough. Define your port. Set your inner compass. Then, when someone tries to guilt you into staying late at work, bending your limits in a relationship, or going against your principles, you simply ask, "Does this align with my values?" If not, you walk away without explanation. Tactic 3. Respond with clarity, not emotion. A key Stoic principle is measured response. Don't argue, don't over-explain, just state your truth and hold it. If someone says, "You never support me," your response could be, "I support you in ways that are healthy and aligned with my values." If they say, "You're just being selfish," try, "I'm making a decision that's right for me. I understand if that upsets you, but it's still my decision." You don't need to prove your goodness to anyone. You simply need to act from your own integrity and leave others to their opinions. Tactic 4. Create emotional distance. Physical boundaries are one thing, but emotional boundaries, that's where Stoicism truly shines. Emotional distance doesn't mean you stop caring. It means you stop internalizing. Marcus Aurelius often reminded himself, choose not to be harmed, and you won't feel harmed. You don't need to fix how someone feels about your boundaries. You don't need to cushion every number. If someone is manipulating you, their discomfort is their responsibility. Let them feel what they need to feel. Let them process it. That's not your burden to carry. Tactic 5. Know when to walk away. Some manipulators will never stop. They will twist every word, use every vulnerability, and escalate whenever you resist. And that's when the final Stoic move comes in. Exit with calm. Seneca again. Withdraw into yourself, especially when forced to be in a crowd. Sometimes the most philosophical act you can make is to leave quietly. No long speech, no drama, just space. Because once you've seen through manipulation, your silence becomes a mirror. And when people see themselves reflected in that silence, they either evolve or they go find someone else to manipulate. Either way, you stay free. Real-world examples. Let's look at how this might play out in the real world. Example 1. The guilt-tripping friend. You decide not to attend a friend's birthday party because you need rest. They respond with, "Wow, I guess our friendship doesn't matter to you anymore." Old you panics, apologizes, cancels plans to please them. Stoic you responds, "I care about you. I'm also honoring what I need. I hope you understand, but I'll stay true to my decision." No apology for self-care, just calm, respectful clarity. Example 2. The gaslighting partner. You say, "When you raised your voice, it made me feel dismissed." They reply, "I didn't raise my voice. You're just being dramatic." The goal is to make you doubt yourself, but a Stoic would say, "I'm sharing my experience. You're free to disagree with it, but I'm not going to argue about what I felt." You don't argue perception. You own your truth, and you move forward from there. Example 3. The manipulative boss. Your boss tells you, "I thought you were someone who cared about the team. I expected better." Translation: work late, say nothing, and be grateful. But you say, "I care about the team, and I do my best every day. I also need to respect my limits. No emotion, no guilt, just boundaries and strength through composure." Let's bring it all together. You don't need to overpower manipulators. You don't need to win the conversation. You simply need to be unmoved by their tactics. As Marcus Aurelius said, the best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury. You don't respond with guilt. You don't respond with fear. You respond with clarity. Composure is strength. Boundaries are protection. And silence? Sometimes silence is your greatest teacher. You are not here to be controlled. You are here to live by your values calmly, consistently, unapologetically. And when you do that, the manipulator has no hold on you.